to the YouTube channel of Sri Nyansagar Coaching Classes. To get more videos, please subscribe this channel. So today we are going to learn our solved examples and the unsolved example of the our textbook. So let's take a first example of the solved example. So first is the mass of the cannon is 500 kg and it's recoiled with a speed of, that's a mass of 500 kg and it recoils with a speed of 0.25 meters per second. 0.25 meter per second. What is the momentum of the cannon? So we have to find out the momentum. We know that the momentum is product of mass and velocity. So mass of the cannon is equal to 500 kg. So mass is 500 kg and velocity of recoil म्हणजे तो recoil speed त्याचा जो असेल तो काय आहे? The speed of recoil speed is equal to 0.25 meters per second. So here we have to write here recoil speed. So recoil speed is equal to 0.25. Now we have to write the formula. Momentum for the momentum. So momentum, mass of the cannon is equal to 500 and speed is equal to 0.25. We have to find out its momentum. So momentum is equal to mass and the speed or the velocity. It is a product of mass and velocity. So mass is equal to 500 into velocity is equal to 0.25. So what is the momentum? Momentum. So multiply by 0.25 to 5. 25 5s are 125. This to 0. 25 zeros are 0, 0. And we have to write, give the two decimal point, 1 2 1 2. So it is 125 kg meter per second is the momentum of that cannon. So momentum of the cannon is 125 kg meters per second. So this is the answer. Then our next question is, two balls have masses of 50 gram and 100 gram. आता काय आहे? दोन बॉल आहे. Two balls are there. Okay? Masses of 50 gram and 100 gram. त्यांचा मास आहे 50 gram आणि 100 gram. म्हणजेच काय असेल? M1 is equal to and M2 is equal to. So right here, M1 is the mass of first ball, that is 50 gram. Then M2 is the mass of second ball, that is 100 gram. Okay? And they are moving along the same line in the same direction with the velocities of 3 meters per second and 1.5 meters per second respectively. आता दोघेही मूव होत आहेत. They are collide with each other. ते बॉल एकमेकांशी कोलाइड होणार आहे. After the collision, the first ball moves with the velocity of 2.5. Calculate the velocity of the other ball. We have to find out the after the collision their velocity is what. So here first we have given a velocities they are moving initial. So initial velocity of the first ball, that is we write the u1 is equal to 3 meters per second. Then initial velocity of the second ball, that is 1.5 meters per second. They are collide with each other. Okay. So the first ball moves with the velocity of collide झाले एकमेकांशी. तो पहिला जो बॉल होता आणि त्याची जी velocity चेंज झाली ती v1 is equal to किती आली? 2.5 meters per second and calculate the velocity of the other. So दुसरा जो बॉल आहे त्याची velocity आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायची आहे. तर you know that by using the law of conservation of momentum. So by using law of conservation of momentum. So conservation of momentum is what? Initial momentum is equal to final momentum. So we write m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. So this is the formula for the law of conservation of momentum. So put the values in this formula. M1 is equal to 50 gram. So we have to convert this because u1 is in the velocity is in standard form in the SI system. So we also mass into the standard form. So standard form मध्ये जर आपल्याला ते लिहायचं असेल तर कसं लिहिणार? 50 ग्रॅम आहे म्हणजेच काय झालं? You know that 1000 ग्रॅम जो असेल तो इज इक्वल टू काय असतं? 1 kg. So 50 ग्रॅम म्हणजे किती kg मध्ये किती होणार तो? 0.05. So it is 0.05 काय असणार kg. Then this 100 gram is equal to किती येणार मग 0. We have to divide it by 1000. So 1000 ने divide केला 0.1 kg. 100 gram is equal to 0.1 kg. So we write these masses into the standard form, then put into this formula. So m1 is equal to what 0.05 into u1. u1 is equal to 3 plus m2 is equal to 0.1 into u2 is equal to 1.5 meters per second, which is equal to again m1 is equal to 0.05 into v1 is equal to 2.5 and m2 is equal to 0.1 into काय असेल v2 that we have to calculate. तो v2 आपल्याला find out करायचा आहे. So here 3 5s are 50. Okay, 50. Decimal point 12, so it is 0.50 plus 15 1.5 into 0.1. 1.5 into 0.1 काय येणार दोघांची मल्टिप्लिकेशन येईल 15 ones are 50 but 2 decimal point 1 2, so we write here 0.50. Okay, again here 0.5 into 2.5, the 25 5s are 125. Okay, 125 1 2 3 decimal point किती आहे 3, so we write here 1.25 plus 0.1 into v2, so 0.1 v2. Now this 0.15 and 0.15 is equal to किती आले 0.15 plus 0.15 is 0.30. Okay, so we write it as a 0.3 also. त्याला आपण 0.3 पण लिहू शकतो. Then it is 125 plus 0.1 into v2. So therefore 0.1 into v2 is equal to, this is plus, here it is minus. So 0.30 minus 0.125. We have to subtract 0.125 from the 0.30. So this subtraction आपण करूया. 0.30 आपण 0 वाढवू शकतो, मायनस करायचे 0.125. So 10 minus 5 5 carry 1, 10 minus 3 7 carry 1, then it is 3 minus 2, it is 1. So 0.175. So 0.1 v2 is equal to किती आले 0.175. So therefore v2 is equal to 0.175 upon 0.1. So v2 is equal to decimal point 0.1 ने दिला, so we have to shift again, so we can write it as a 1.75. ओके, म्हणजे इथे तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे, जर डेसिमल पॉइंट मला काढून टाकायचं असेल तर वी हॅव टू मल्टिप्लाय इट बाय 10. जर मी याला पण 10 ने मल्टिप्लाय केलं, इफ आय मल्टिप्लाय न्यूमरेटर अँड डिनॉमिनेटर बाय बोथ बाय 10, याला पण 10 ने केलं आणि याला पण 10 ने केलं, तर 10 ने केल्यानंतर हा काय होईल 1.75 आणि हा काय होईल 1. सो राइट आन्सर इज 1.75. So therefore v2 is equal to 1.75 meters per second, means that second ball is after the collision move with the velocity of 1.75 or 1.75 meters per second. So this is the answer of this second question, or this is the answer of the first question. Momentum is equal to 125 kg meters per second. Now let's take our unsolved example of the exercise. So first question is, an object moves 18 meter in the first 3 seconds. एक ऑब्जेक्ट आहे तो 18 मीटर जातो in first 3 seconds, 22 meter in the next 3 seconds and 14 meter in the last 2 seconds. So what is the average speed? So we have to find out the average speed. So what is given here? So given things are S1, that is the first distance given 18 meter. Okay, S2, that is second given distance 22 meter, and S3, that is 14 meter. Okay, now timing is there. T1 is equal to 3 seconds, then T2 is equal to 3 seconds, and T3 is equal to again 2 seconds. So we have to find out the average speed. Average speed. So we know that the formula of average speed, average speed is equal to total distance traveled upon total time taken. म्हणजे टोटल डिस्टन्स किती ट्रॅव्हल झालं आणि टोटल टाइम किती लागलाय हे यावरून आपल्याला फाइंड आउट होते. टोटल डिस्टन्स ट्रॅव्हल आता S1 S2 S3 टोटल डिस्टन्स सम S1 plus S2 plus S3 upon total time taken T1 plus T2 plus T3. So S1 plus S2 plus S3. S1 is 18 plus 22 plus S3 is 40. Upon T1 it is 3 plus T2 is 3 plus this is 2. So we get add it 8 plus 2 10 10 plus 4 it is 14 carry 1 2 3 4 and 5. So 54 upon 3 plus 3 6 7 8 8 6 are 54. So 8 6 are 54. Therefore average speed is equal to किती आलाय तो 6. We have to write it a unit that is meters per second. So this is the answer, that is 6 meters per second is the average speed of that object. Then our next question is an object of mass 16 kg is moving with an acceleration of 3 meters per second square. म्हणजे एक ऑब्जेक्ट आहे त्याचा मास आहे 16 kg. It is moving with an acceleration of 3 meters per second square. Calculate the applied force. We have to find out the applied force. If the same force is applied on an object of mass 24 kg, same force आपण 24 kg असलेल्या मास वरती जर ऑब्जेक्ट वरती जर अप्लाय केलं तर acceleration काय? So here given things are, first we have two objects are there. That is why mass m1 is equal to 16 kg and acceleration a1 is equal to 3 meter per second square. We have to find out the f1. f1 is equal to काय असेल तो फाइंड आउट करायचं. सेम फोर्स f1 जो असेल तो सेकंड ऑब्जेक्टला अप्लाय करायचा आहे. त्याचं मास दिलेलं आहे तुम्हाला m2 is equal to 24 kg and we have to find out the a2 फाइंड करायचं आहे आणि हे सेम फोर्स याला अप्लाय करायचं आहे. सो हियर we know that the formula that is force is equal to mass into acceleration by the Newton's second law. बरोबर, न्यूटनच्या सेकंड लॉ वरून फोर्स is equal to mass into acceleration. So here f1 is equal to m1 into a1. So f1 is equal to अगोदर काढूया, that is 16 into 3. So f1 is equal to 16 3s are 48. So 16 3s are 48 Newton. हे काय आलं फोर्स आला. सेम फोर्स इज अप्लाइड टू दिस मास. हा जो फोर्स आहे हा फोर्स कोणासाठी अप्लाय केला या ऑब्जेक्टसाठी. बरोबर, आणि म्हणून ते तुम्हाला ॲक्सेलरेशन a2 फाइंड आउट करायचं आहे. सो वी कॅन राइट हियर दॅट f1 इज इक्वल टू m2 into a2 कारण हा सेम फोर्स सेकंड ऑब्जेक्टला अप्लाय करायचा. दॅट इज व्हाय वी राइट f1 इज इक्वल टू m2 into a2. So therefore a2 is equal to what? f1 upon m2. इथे मल्टिप्लाय हियर. आता तो इथे मल्टिप्लाय देखील जाताना काय होईल डिवाइड. So a2 is equal to f1 is 48 Newton and m2 is what? 24 kg. So a2 is equal to 24 2s are 48. So a2 is equal to 2 meters per second square is the answer. So the second object moves with an acceleration. Second object जो असेल त्याच्यावरती जर फोर्स अप्लाय केला तर त्याचं acceleration असेल ते 2 meters per second square असेल आणि जो फोर्स अप्लाय केलेला असेल तो किती असेल 48 न्यूटन. The next question is a bullet having a mass of 10 gram. बुलेट आहे त्याचं मास आहे 10 gram and moving with a speed of 1.5 meters per second that penetrates thick wooden plank of mass 90 gram and the plank was initially at rest. So the bullet gets embedded in the plank and both moving together determine their velocity. आता इथे आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे तर एक बुलेट आहे ही काय होते ही मूव्ह होते. आता ही एका वुडन प्लॅंक मध्ये पेनेट्रेट होणार म्हणजे ती याच्यात जाईल आणि गेल्यानंतर हे दोघंही बोथ मूव्हिंग विथ द सेम स्पीड. ओके, म्हणजे इथे आता गिवन डेटा आपण लिहूया. त्यात दिसेल तुम्हाला की m1 बुलेटचं मास आहे 10 ग्रॅम. ओके, 10 ग्रॅम म्हणजे आहे आणि आपल्याला ते SI सिस्टम मध्ये लिहायचं आहे. सो इट इज 10 into 10⁻³ kg. बरोबर, कारण आपल्याला 1000 ने त्याला डिवाइड करायचं असतं we can divide by 1000 or we can multiply it by 10 raised to minus 3. So we write in kg. Then u1, it is moving with the initial velocity 1.5 meters per second. Then wooden plank चा मास आहे m2 is equal to किती आहे 90 ग्रॅम, that is 90 into 10 raised to minus 3 kg. आता u2 जो आहे इनिशियली आपल्याला सांगितले द प्लॅंक वॉज इनिशियली ॲट रेस्ट आहे म्हणजे त्याची इनिशियल वेलोसिटी काय आहे 0. Then both are moving with the same speed, means that after their collision the v1 is equal to v2 is equal to v, that is same, they are moving with the same speed, and that is we have to find out. तेच आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायचं. Now by the law of conservation, आता conservation law नुसार काय इनिशियल मोमेंटम इज इक्वल टू व्हाट फायनल मोमेंटम. इनिशियल मोमेंटम हे फायनल मोमेंटम इतकं असतं. सो वी राइट m1 u1 plus m2 u2 is equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. आता इथे v1 v2 सेम आहे, इथे u2 0 आहे म्हणजे ही टर्म काय होणार कॅन्सल होणार. सो वी राइट हियर m1 u1 is equal to m1 v plus m2 v. So m1 u1 is equal to m1 plus m2 into v. Therefore v is equal to काय ना हा याला डिवाइड होणार. So m1 into u1 upon m1 plus m2. आता इथे तुम्हाला व्हॅल्यू पुट करायचे. So m1 is 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 into u1 is 1.5. So u1 जो आहे तो 1.5 मीटर आहे, meters per second आहे, upon m1 plus m2. So m1 plus m2 is, that is 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 into 90 into 10 raised to minus 3. इथे into नाही आहे, इथे काय आहे प्लस आहे because m1 plus m2. So इथे तुम्हाला दिसतंय 10 raised to minus 3. So 10 into 1.5 into 10 raised to minus 3. Okay. Then again 10 plus 90. 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 3 get common काढूया त्याला आणि इथे करूया 10 plus 90 into 10 raised to minus 3. So 10 raised to minus 3, 10 raised to minus 3 get cancelled. Therefore v is equal to 10 into 1.5, it is 50 बरोबर upon 100. 10 plus 90 it is 100. So v is equal to किती आला 0.15. कारण 1 2 0 आहे म्हणजे डेसिमल पॉइंट किती शिफ्ट होणार 1 2. So 0.15 meters per second. So both the bullet and the planks are move with a velocity of 0.15 meters per second. So त्यांची जी velocity असेल ती किती असेल 0.15 meters per second. So this is the answer of this question. इथे तुम्हाला बुलेट आणि जी प्लॅंक आहे ते बोथ एक moving with the same velocity, so that velocity is 0.15 meters per second. Again here same question is बघा यावर आपण जसं बघितलंय त्याप्रमाणे सेम क्वेश्चन आहे. अ पर्सन स्विम्स 100 मीटर इन द फर्स्ट 40 सेकंड, then 80 meter in the next 40 second and 45 meter in the last. So we have to find out the average speed. So similar question is here. So we write the S1 is equal to 100 meter, then S2 is equal to, it is 80 meter, and S3 is equal to 45 meter. Then time is given here. Time T1 is equal to 40 second, T2 is equal to 40 second, and T3 is equal to 20 second. So we have to find out what average speed. Average speed is equal to क्या फॉर्मूला है मग average speed is equal to काय असेल total distance travel upon total time taken. So total distance travel upon total time taken. So total distance travel is S1 plus S2 plus S3 upon T1 plus T2 plus T3. So S1 is 100 plus S2 is 80 plus S3 is 45 upon 40 second plus 40 second plus 20 second. So 5. Denominator 0, 100 plus 80 plus 45. So 100 आहे, 80, 45. We have to add it. 5, 8 plus 4, 12, carry 1. So it is 2. Okay, so it is 225. So 225 upon 100. So decimal point shift by 2. So we get 2.25 meters per second. So average speed of that object is equal to 2.25 meters per second. So that is the average speed ala to kiti ala 2.25 meters per second. And here velocity of bullet and plane moving with the same velocity, and that is 0.15 meters per second.